Monday.
And once again, this is Urban Settlah Live, and we promised you that we are your #1 source of pure, impactful interviews and testimonies. And today is one young person who I've known for some times, for like it kama years, kama sita hivi. He's been a young person who is dedicated in serving Jesus Christ, and he is a poet, he is a rap singer, he is a teacher of the word, he is a mentor of young children in high school. And today we are talking about his new music, because our desire and our purpose is to inspire and to mentor and to motivate other people to get into music, and also share stories of how they have started to do music. So, mambo vipi? What's your name?
My name is Collian Andrew. Yeah, you can simply call me Collian the Holy Flame. The Holy Flame.
Why the Holy Flame?
Why the Holy Flame? Yeah. The Holy Flame simply because like the incident of Moses, when Moses was being called by God, he saw a burning bush, and inside there was this flame, and within the flame there was a voice of God. So I believe when I call myself Holy Flame, I believe that the voice of God will be speaking to people from me, as in this where God is. I'm going to be used as mouthpiece of God, just to speak things of God.
How comes you're so young and you're doing very many things? How do you balance being a spoken word, rap singer, songwriter, and you're a mentor of young kids? How do you manage to do all these things?
I think it's more of the purpose. Once you discover your purpose, why were you created? When you answer the question of why do you exist on earth? Why are you here? What are you doing here? So once you discover that, then you will have a channel to follow, something that motivates you. That is me. I discovered that I was made for motivation for young people. I discovered that I was made to inspire a young generation, especially my generation. I was made to show people direction, and also in the ways of God. So that's maybe how I have managed, and more so relying on Jesus Christ for guidance, and everything is about Him.
He is the source. So yeah. When did you realize that you had a gift of doing music or doing spoken word? When did this realization come?
Wow, I don't know. Long story. How many minutes do we have?
Be free.
Be free. Yeah. When did I start doing this music? I remember back then, some very many years ago. I can say many years ago because I was a young kid then. Maybe at nursery school, I could sing. I was raised in Ushago, Mama Mboga, and then I could sing for those Mama Mbogas in Ushago, and they could give me a nyanya. Then I could feed them. And then I was only singing the katitu, the kamba benga. By then we had the katitu and the kimango. For those who come from Ukambani. By the way, I come from Ukambani. I didn't tell you that.
The wise men come from the east.
Thank you. Yeah. So I discovered that because they could ask me to sing for them, and then I could notice that they are really acknowledging or they are accepting my singing, even though I was not that good. So singing those, they accepted me, and I could realize indeed I was made for this. Then the story came to turn around at class 7. I started composing my own songs. Yeah, back then it's still in Kambani, in a certain school over there, and I started by class 7, the end of class 7 I had the whole album. And by then, if I can remember very well, I was looking for this guy called Kenyan. So maybe you can do a collab, and or maybe he can direct me on how we do these things.
there is someone who wants to do a collab with you.
No. That was then.
Oh,
that
so
was then.
Oh.
This is now, and maybe things have changed. Then later in the year 2007, 2008, I came to Nairobi, where I came to I started living with my mom, and my mom was a born again Christian, up to date she is, and she started teaching me the ways of God, and I found myself drifting from the banger kind of music to gospel, and since I was in urban setting, then it became urban gospel, being inspired by these guys like Rapton and we have Daddy Owen. By then they were great hits. Yeah. So due to that inspiration, then the system of Kapungala thing, I got into writing and composing. Then it was even before I joined high school.
So how was your experience in studio? I understand that you have recorded your music at Always Pro Music. How was the experience?
Actually, one thing I can say is this. Before I recorded this first single, that's I'm Going Far. I tried to go to different producers, and they could not understand really what I really wanted. And then when I landed to Always Pro, I think the whole story changed. It was a kind of a different experience altogether, because they were able to understand me in so many aspects. Of course, train me in some few things that I was ignorant about, and I got a home. That's what I can say.
That's nice. So, tell me about your new song. It's called I'm Going Far.
I'm Going Far. I've simply been inspired by the background in which I came from. I came from a very humble background, and being raised by a single mother. It was hectic, and I could see a struggle. And then I looked at the situation and said, no, we are not going to leave.
We love to change.
We love to change the story. We love to show the world that we can really come from a very humble background to somewhere where God is going, it can be glorified. That is it. So when I was writing the song, it was a kind of declaration of the things that you want to achieve. Because the Bible tells us our work is just to decree things, and then God is the one to manifest them.
Yeah, because still the word tells us that we have the power to create what we want through our mouth.
Yes,
oh, that's
and
nice.
Within your tongue there is life or death. So I looked at myself this way, and will I really cast myself because of this? No. I say no. I have to declare things that I am going far, I am seeing far, I am going far, I am seeing far, and I am going far. And I want to encourage every person that is singing this song that whenever you sing this song, don't sing as if it is Collian who is singing, who is going far. It's not about Collian. Personalize it to yourself, to your situation, to you, and guess what? It shall come to pass.
So where can people find you? How can we get to connect with you, maybe on our social media platforms?
Starting with YouTube, Collian the Holy Flame. YouTube, you can get there, subscribe. I really appreciate that. Again, we also have other social media platforms. You can find me as Collian the Holy Flame Official. Collian the Holy Flame Official. Yeah, that is it.
This has been Urban Settlah Live, where we bring you pure, impactful interviews and testimonies. And guess what? He calls himself the Holy Flame. So you need to subscribe on our YouTube channel for you to get each and every notification of what we will be preparing for you. Make sure you don't miss anything. Thank you so much.
Vicky Monday.